Depression is often described as a silent thief. It steals joy, energy, and hope, especially among older adults. Many seniors find themselves waking up with a heavy heart, wondering why life feels so overwhelming. While therapy and medication can help, research increasingly shows that diet plays a major role in mental health. Food is not just fuel for the body, it's also information for the brain. Certain foods promote brain chemistry that boosts mood, while others can make depression worse. In this two-part series, we'll uncover the top foods that fight depression naturally. By the end, you'll not only know which foods to eat, but also how to use them in daily life to restore energy, resilience, and happiness. In part 1, we'll cover 4 powerful foods that have been scientifically linked to better mood and lower risk of depression. Each of these foods has unique nutrients that target brain health, and we'll use real-life stories to show how simple dietary changes can truly transform your outlook on life. Food number 1, fatty fish, omega-3 for a calm and happy brain. If there's one nutrient most strongly connected to mood health, it's omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are abundant in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout. The science: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, are essential building blocks of brain cell membranes. They improve communication between neurons and reduce inflammation, which has been linked to depression. Several studies show that people who eat fish regularly have lower rates of depression than those who rarely consume it. Real-life story. Take Linda, age 72. After losing her husband, she struggled with low mood and lack of motivation. Instead of relying only on antidepressants, her doctor suggested adding more omega-3 rich foods. Linda started eating baked salmon twice a week and added sardines to her salads. Within a couple of months, she reported not only improved energy, but also a calmer outlook. Her daughter noticed she smiled more and had the motivation to return to her gardening club. How to use it? Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. For those who don't like fish, omega-3 supplements, fish oil or algae oil can be an option, but whole foods are usually more effective. Food number 2, dark chocolate, a natural antidepressant. Yes, chocolate can truly be good for your mood when it's the right kind. Dark chocolate, with at least 70% cocoa, is packed with compounds that directly affect brain chemistry. The science: dark chocolate contains flavonoids, which improve blood flow to the brain. It also stimulates the production of serotonin and endorphins, neurotransmitters that make you feel happier. Magnesium in chocolate helps calm the nervous system, while small amounts of caffeine can increase alertness. Real-life story. Eleanor, a 68-year-old grandmother, had trouble with afternoon fatigue and feelings of sadness. Her nutritionist suggested swapping her sugary cookies with a small square of dark chocolate and green tea. This simple change not only curbed her cravings, but also gave her a gentle energy lift and a noticeable boost in mood. Over time, she began to associate her daily chocolate ritual with self-care and joy, making it a positive anchor in her day. How to use it? Stick to 1 or 2 small squares per day. Avoid milk chocolate and sugary chocolate bars, which can worsen mood swings. Pair dark chocolate with fruit like strawberries for an extra antioxidant punch. Food number 3, leafy green vegetables, the folate connection. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are nutritional powerhouses. One of their key nutrients, folate, plays an especially important role in preventing depression. The science. Folate, vitamin B9, is necessary for the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, which regulate mood. Low folate levels have been consistently linked with higher rates of depression, especially in older adults. Greens are also high in magnesium and antioxidants, which protect the brain from oxidative stress. Real-life story. Margaret, age 75, had been experiencing brain fog and frequent low moods. Her doctor found her folate levels were below normal. By adding a daily spinach smoothie and sautéed kale to her dinners, she not only boosted her folate intake, but also noticed clearer thinking and lighter moods. Her family said she seemed more engaged and lively during conversations. How to use it? Add a handful of spinach to omelets or soups. Blend kale into smoothies with banana and berries. Use Swiss chard as a colorful side dish with garlic and olive oil. Food number 4. Nuts and seeds. Small snacks, big mood boost. Almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds are small but mighty mood boosters. The science. Nuts and seeds provide healthy fats, magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan. Tryptophan is an amino acid the body uses to produce serotonin, the happiness chemical. Walnuts, in particular, are rich in omega-3s, while pumpkin seeds are loaded with zinc, which supports brain function and stress management. Real-life story. George and Helen, a retired couple in their late 60s, started replacing chips and cookies with mixed nuts for their evening snack. Within weeks, Helen noticed she was less irritable, and George said his anxiety before bedtime had decreased. Both also appreciated the steady energy nuts provided without sugar crashes. How to use it? Keep a small jar of mixed nuts on the counter for easy snacking. Add pumpkin or sunflower seeds to salads and oatmeal. Choose unsalted and minimally processed nuts to avoid excess sodium. So far, we've seen how fatty fish, dark chocolate, leafy greens, and nuts and seeds can dramatically impact mood and fight depression. Each of these foods works in a different way, whether it's nourishing brain cells with omega-3s, boosting serotonin with folate and tryptophan, or providing antioxidants to calm inflammation. But this is just the beginning. In part 2, we'll dive into even more mood-boosting foods, like colorful berries, fermented foods, and whole grains, and explore lifestyle habits that maximize their benefits. We'll also discuss common dietary mistakes that can unknowingly worsen depression. If you start adding even one of these foods to your daily routine, you may notice subtle shifts in mood, energy, and resilience. Over time, these small changes build into a powerful foundation for mental health. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll complete the list and give you a full blueprint for using food as a natural antidepressant. In part 1, we uncovered 4 powerful foods: fatty fish, dark chocolate, leafy greens, and nuts/seeds that nourish the brain and support emotional balance. But the story doesn't end there. Nutrition is like a puzzle, and each food group contributes a unique piece to mental well-being. In this second part, we'll explore more mood-boosting foods, explain how to integrate them into a senior-friendly diet, highlight common mistakes, and share inspiring success stories of older adults who found new joy in life simply by changing what they ate. Food number 5. Berries, nature's antioxidant powerhouses. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries are not just colorful, they're medicine for the brain. The science. Berries are packed with anthocyanins, antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain. Chronic inflammation is strongly linked to depression and cognitive decline. Studies have found that older adults who consume berries regularly perform better on memory and mood tests. Real-life story. Shirley, a 70-year-old widow, used to skip breakfast or rely on sugary pastries. Her granddaughter suggested smoothies with frozen blueberries and yogurt. Within weeks, Shirley noticed fewer down days and said she felt more optimistic about starting her mornings. The simple act of beginning the day with berries became a ritual that symbolized care and hope. How to use it? Add fresh or frozen berries to oatmeal, smoothies, or yogurt. Keep frozen berries on hand for convenience. Choose berries over sugary desserts for a sweet but healthy treat. Food number 6. Fermented foods, healing the gut, lifting the mind. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi might not sound like mood medicine, but they are powerful allies. The science. The gut and brain are connected through the gut-brain axis. About 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. Fermented foods provide probiotics, healthy bacteria that improve gut balance. Research shows that a healthier gut microbiome can significantly reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Real-life story. Paul, age 74, struggled with digestive problems and constant low mood. His nutritionist recommended adding a small bowl of kefir daily. Within 2 months, Paul noticed fewer stomach issues and a surprising lift in mood. He said, "I didn't expect my gut to affect my emotions, but now I feel lighter, both in body and mind." How to use it? Eat plain yogurt with berries for breakfast. Add a spoonful of sauerkraut or kimchi as a side dish. Choose unsweetened varieties to avoid excess sugar. Food number 7. Whole grains, steady energy for a steady mood. Oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat bread provide slow-burning fuel for the body and brain. The science. Whole grains are rich in complex carbohydrates, which stabilize blood sugar. Fluctuating blood sugar is a hidden trigger for mood swings and fatigue. Whole grains also contain B vitamins, which support neurotransmitter production. Real-life story. Diana, 69, often experienced late afternoon irritability. She realized her lunch of white bread sandwiches left her crashing by 3 p.m. After switching to whole grain bread and adding oatmeal for breakfast, her mood swings lessened, and she felt more emotionally balanced. How to use it? Replace white bread and pasta with whole grain versions. Start the day with oatmeal topped with nuts and berries. Try quinoa salads for lunch to stay satisfied longer. Food number 8. Beans and lentils, affordable protein with a mood boost. Beans, chickpeas, and lentils are often overlooked, but they're excellent for mental health. The science. These legumes are rich in folate, magnesium, iron, and plant-based protein. Their slow-digesting carbohydrates provide steady energy, and their fiber supports gut health, both important for mood stability. Real-life story. James, 71, was on a fixed income and worried he couldn't afford superfoods. His daughter showed him how to cook lentil soups and bean salads. Not only did James save money, but after a month he reported fewer mood dips and more consistent energy. He proudly said, "Beans gave me back my balance and didn't break the bank." How to use it? Add beans to salads or soups. Cook lentil stews with vegetables for a hearty meal. Use hummus, made from chickpeas, as a healthy snack spread. Common mistakes seniors make with mood-boosting foods. 1. Relying only on supplements. Pills can help, but real food offers fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemical supplements can't replace. 2. Eating too much sugar. Sugar highs followed by crashes worsen depression symptoms. 3. Skipping meals. Long gaps without food lower blood sugar and intensify irritability. 4. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration is often mistaken for fatigue or sadness. Lifestyle habits to enhance the effect of foods. Regular exercise. Walking or light strength training increases endorphins. Sunlight exposure. Even 15 minutes a day boosts vitamin D and lifts mood. Social eating. Sharing meals enhances connection and reduces feelings of loneliness. Success stories. Anna, 76. After adding berries, yogurt, and oats to her breakfast, she said mornings felt less heavy, and she started looking forward to each day. Samuel, 68. By swapping chips for mixed nuts and incorporating lentil stews, he lost weight, stabilized his mood, and felt more in control of his health. Gloria, 70. Combining fermented foods with daily walks, she reduced her reliance on antidepressants under her doctor's guidance and reported a renewed joy in her life. Long-term impact of food on depression. When seniors consistently eat these mood-boosting foods, they not only feel better emotionally, but also protect their brains against long-term decline. Research suggests that diets rich in omega-3s, antioxidants, fiber, and probiotics lower the risk of dementia and improve resilience against stress. In other words, every bite is an investment, not just in today's happiness, but in future brain health. To wrap up, depression is complex, but food is one of the most powerful tools seniors can use to fight back. By adding fatty fish, dark chocolate, leafy greens, nuts, berries, fermented foods, whole grains, and beans into your meals, you give your brain the nutrients it needs to thrive. Remember, small changes, like swapping white bread for whole grains or enjoying a cup of yogurt with berries, can lead to big transformations in mood and outlook. Happiness may not come from a pill, but it can come from a plate. Nourish your body, and you'll nourish your mind.